There we go. That should help. Wonderful. So this concept that he's talking about in terms of to know God within yourself, because most people know the God that they've been taught to believe, the one you're supposed to go and pray to in church, or go to the synagogues, or go to the mosques and pray to God that way. No, God is within you. You cannot know him in a church. You cannot know him in a synagogue. You cannot know him in a mosque. God is already within you. And so it is within you that you must, it is within you where you must go to know God. Very important. Many of you do not understand this concept of knowing God. To know within, the kingdom of God is within you. And so put aside all your conceptions of all the evils that have ever been done in God's name. Put aside all those, for God's name is not God. God is the being you know within yourself. You do not know him by the word of God, but you know him by his word, for he will speak in your mind and in your heart when you're open to hearing. And so many of you find yourself disappointed and unhappy in God, even abandoning any conception there is an existence of such a being as God. Yet I can assure you that it is within you right now. God is within you right now. Whether you believe it in your mind or not, whether you're angry about it or not, whether you doubt it or not, whether you disbelieve it or not, the sheer logic of your heartbeat, which is very exacting and precise, indicates there is an intelligence operating your body. Do you know who that intelligence is? What other conscious entity could possibly have the strength and the skill to beat your heart every single moment of every single day, tirelessly, relentlessly, lovingly? In your heartbeat, the divine is most obvious. Very few of you even pay attention to your heartbeat. Even fewer of you could match the activity of the heartbeat. Very few of you could take one hand and begin to move it in rhythm to the heart for any extended period of time. In a minute or few, your hand would become very fatigued and you'd have to surrender the endeavor of trying to keep up with the heartbeat. Right? Try doing that for a day, or a week, or a month, or a lifetime. Consider this, what we're saying. So it's important that you begin to know God, not the interpretation given by others, including myself, but let it be revealed within yourself that you can know God. For it is within you. It is truly that he is within you right now. And if you have societal preconceived notions that it's wrong for him to be a male or for he must be a female, put aside your notions about whether God is male or female. God is within you. That is what is most important, not whether he is male or female, but that he is in you. God is within you now. You don't have to wait until Sundays, or your 5 times a day, or your 3 times a week to go and commune. It is now. Every thought, every word spoken is a prayer. He hears and knows and responds. If you truly knew that God is within you right now, your world would be very different. If you understood that the thoughts you think, the words you speak, the acts you perform are your requests to that consciousness of God. Every thought is like a prayer, every word like a prayer, every action a prayer. And what you may think and what you may say and what you may do is of your own free will. And that is the one area of your life where God will not interfere. God will not interfere in your use of your free will. Think about that. You are free to use your will to harm, to hinder, to fight, to love, to care, to embrace. Your will is absolutely free. And so the function of error on your part is absolutely free. Your error is your freedom, as is your choice to be blessed. Your anger, your judgment, your jealousies, they are all forms of the use of your will, and the use of your will is creative. Thy will be done on earth, in this world, as it is in heaven, your consciousness, in your mind, where you think it in the invisible space of your mind. And you think, I do not like that thing, I do not like that person, I'm angry at them. As it is in heaven, so it is on earth. As you thinketh, so it shall be, heaven, earth. And you bring to earth what you think in your mind, what you hold in your heart. And those of you that would go to war, well, you had to think it in your mind to bring it into the earth. You cannot deny what your will is, for it is the actions of man that determines his will, and your will is free. You are free to use your will, and there are consequences to how you use your will, and there are benefits to how you use your will, as the nature of your will is creative by design. You are made in God's image and likeness. God is the creator, you are a creator. Thy will be done. Equally, yours is too. Becoming very aware and conscious of what you shall think, what you shall believe. Even if it is given to you from others, it is still your will to accept or reject what others would say to you. Those people are very bad people. Do not, you may believe that of your own free will, and it may be true and it may not be true. But let your will determine the truth, not the will of others. Do not let the will of others determine your truth and your use of will. Unless, of course, that function of information can be proven to be beneficent for you, that it would benefit yourself and those with whom you would choose to interact. So your will is absolute. God will not interrupt your will. If you wish to focus on your suffering, then thy will be done. If you wish to focus upon your blessings, thy will be done. If you wish to focus on your unhappiness, thy will be done. If you wish to focus on your health and your vitality, thy will be done. If you wish to focus on your suffering and your pain, thy will be done. God will not interfere with your free will because you are in his image and likeness. He loves and cherishes what he made you. He made you a free and sentient being in his image and likeness to create and to destroy. You are free to use your will in any fashion, and there are consequences to how you use your will, as there are consequences in the process of how God uses its will. But you are free in any moment to change your will, to change your thoughts, to change your beliefs, or you may accept the thoughts and the beliefs of others without any consideration of their value or meaning. In which case, if you accept a thought from someone that is not so good for you, thy will still be done. Even if what they say to you is not true and you accept it, then their lie will be your truth. Understand that. If you accept a lie from another, then the lie that you accept from them will become your truth. Very important that your will be used discerningly as well. What you decide or define to be true or false. Thy will be done. And so to know God, emulate creation. You are doing this all the time. Unfortunately, there's a large percentage that are creating a lot of suffering. And a large percentage believing that creating suffering is good. We should bomb those people. Believing that causing suffering is good. The use of your will to cause suffering, thy will be done. And what you sow, you shall also reap. For what you do unto others will be done unto you. Not maybe, your use of will is creative in the image and likeness of your Father. Your will is creative. And all of you are participating in this. Those making the bombs and dropping the bombs and being bombed, you are all participating, using your will in the way you are using your will. Sickness and disease, health and vitality, poverty and prosperity, thy will be done. If you agree that you will suffer, then you will suffer, thy will be done. If you agree that you will prosper, thy will be done. And so you want to know God, then know your will. Use your will, and you will know God. For your will, as you use it, is God's creation manifested as yourself, through you. Because you're made in its image and likeness, to create, to manifest, experience. And will you choose to do so consciously? Again, if you use your will to accept a lie, then the lie will become your truth. And it is not the fault of those who gave you the lie if you accept the lie as the truth. It is your will. You cannot blame the other. You cannot blame the other. Where there is blame, there is often greed, control, and power. You may use your will in any fashion you choose. It is absolutely free. You are free to use your will to thrive, and you are free to use your will to suffer. You are free to suspend your will that others might influence you and induce you into certain functions of thinking and believing that may not be conducive to your well-being, but it is still an act of your own free will. Thy will be done, as it is right now. Your will is being done right now. In all that you see in your world, that those of you that hear these words, all that you see in your world, from your perspective, from your will, from your mind, from your body, what you see around you is your will being done. And this may be difficult for some of you to accept, but if there's love and grace in you, then there's love and grace around you. If there's anger and sadness and pain in you, then there's anger and sadness and pain around you. And if you use your will in vengeance, in anger, there are consequences. There are consequences to using your will in greed. There are consequences to using your will in lust. There are effects to every cause that we would set in motion. And you may use your will to love and cherish and honor and respect. And you may use your will to be angry, to judge, to resent, to be jealous. Thy will be done. And you may choose how you may use your will in any moment. And you can change your will in any moment. And the only way that you can know this to be true is to exercise your will in such a fashion to say, no, I will not think about being poor and how sad and unhappy I am, because thy will be done. I may choose to think that there are new and wondrous possibilities unfolding in my life right now. Thy will be done. And I may choose to think that I will encounter and meet the most wondrous and beautiful people, and that I will extend my love and grace wherever I go. Thy will be done. That this world is a most beautiful and wondrous place, awakening from a deep, ancient slumbering in pain and suffering, and now emerging into a place of love, gratitude, mutual respect, and appreciation. Thy will be done. A new and beautiful world is unfolding. Thy will be done. A new light is dawning in the hearts and minds of all people. Thy will be done. The truth is becoming apparent to everyone. Thy will be done. Falsity is revealed and rejected. Thy will be done. Thy will is done. And you may choose the way in which you use your will. Be mindful to whom you would listen, that their will and their heart and their mind are good and righteous and kind and wise. Be mindful, for there are those that would imply that there would be some greater benefit to you if others suffer, which is clearly not true. If you help those that are in need, then there will be no more suffering. It will be done. And so I say to you, know God within you. As you exercise your will, you emulate the very will that made you, the one that willed you into existence, the one that said, you are my child, go forth. And your will is as free as the will of that one that made you. And your will is so free that you may do atrocities and great wonders. Thy will be done. Your will as a human is absolutely free for you to use in any way you see fit. The will to eat certain things, the will to drink certain things, the will to do certain things, the will to be greedy, the will to be lustful, the will to be charitable, the will to be kind. Thy will be done. You were given free will. And it is absolutely free. None will try, at least none of those that are of the truth, will ever attempt to seize your will from you. That is simply a function of greed and power, and not of divine. And you must be very discerning about this. But you are at a most wondrous point right now. If you hear these words, then hear them. Hear them with your heart. And know that God is within you, all powerful, all knowing, everywhere present, and yet will not interfere with your free will. Allowing himself to be free of the encumbrance of controlling and manipulating you, unlike many humans that would control and manipulate you for their own gain. God wants you to raise yourself up, to be in his image and likeness, to establish yourself in his house and inherit his estate through your love and your grace, through your kindness, through your peace, through your compassion, through your tolerance. Thou art free. Your will shall always be free. And God shall never, ever use his will against you. He will use his will for and with you, and does so all of the time. And even if you ask for that which is not good for you, he will still support you. And if you ask for that which is good for you, he will support you. And your will is always free, and your will is always done. Whether today or tomorrow, thy will be done. Become mindful and conscious of how you use your thoughts and how you use your words, for your will is free to choose any thoughts. Your will is free to choose any words. Your will is free to choose any act. And there are consequences, both good and not so good, for what you think, what you say, what you do. And this is absolute freedom for you. And everyone, you are free to use your will to suffer. And you are free to use your will to be joyful. You are free to use your will to do a job you would suffer at. And you are free to use your will to do a job that you would love. And you are free to use your will to harm others. And you are free to use your will to aid others. Your will is absolutely free, every one of you. There's not some that have more will than others. You all have free will. The only distinguishing factor is to what extent and degree do you use your will? And that's another consideration for another time, another day. To what degree and extent you are using your will and in which way you benefit from it. This is all I came to say to you today. It is important you understand that there is great love all around you and within you, always, forever. That is how you know God. Thank you. Thank you. I'll say thank you to Master Jesus for his presence with us today. And I want to thank all of you for coming out to this time with us. It's you learn that your will is completely free. So I just want to give you a quick, you can get upset about anything and you can be grateful for anything in any moment. So I go to the gym this morning and as I pull into the parking lot of the gym, I notice I get a low tire pressure gauge indicator on my dashboard. And okay, it's all right. That's wonderful. I'm going to go and follow through on what I'm supposed to do because I'm taking care of this body because God gave it to me. I want it to be the best body I can possibly make it. And so I do my workout and I come out and I turn the car on, and again, low tire pressure indicator. So God says to me, you have to go get that tire fixed. Okay. Because I'm learning to trust. I'd rather learn from God. If I'm going to learn from anybody in this dimension, it's going to be from God first. He says, you have to take the car and get that tire fixed right now. And I said, okay. So I go over and I get at the tire center, and it's 10 to 9, and the tire center is open until 9. So I have 9 minutes, and the tire's slowly going down as I'm smiling, saying, "Oh, I'm at the tire center. I'll be able to get it fixed." And I said to God, why is it so important to fix it right now? And he says, because you've got a grandchild coming, and it's important that you're safe at all times. It's important that you're safe, so that when you go, it'll be very soon. When you go, it's important you're safe. So sure enough, I get there. The man comes at 9 o'clock on the button, opens the door, and he said, "Oh, I'll take you in right away." And he takes me in. It's 9 o'clock, and as you know, I come live at 10 a.m. every Saturday. And it's my free will. I can go, oh my gosh, I've only got an hour to get all the way back home and do the show. That's what I might have done a few years back. Instead, I went, I got all the time I need. I'm in alignment to what God's asked me to do. So sure enough, the guy pulls a tire, and he pulls a small nail out of the tire and says, "This is what was the problem." And he fixes it, repairs it. And by 9:32, the tire's up and back on the car, and I get driving, and I come back here, and I'm grateful. I get back here and I get to spend this wonderful time with you guys, to share Master Jesus' message with you, and to be part of it, to feel his energy and his love and his wisdom. Even Jesus will not try to take over your will. He will empower you to use your will correctly. That's one of the things I love about Jesus. He doesn't want to control you or manipulate you or say you have to be this way, you have to pray 10 times a day, you have to do this. He says, you can do this, and this is what will happen. And you can do this, and this is what will happen. And you can think this, and this is what will happen. He's never presented anything to me in a way that says you better do this or else. It's always, these are your choices. God does the same thing if you're listening. You look around the room and God says, "Oh, kind of messy in here." Right? It's not messy in here, but as an example, better clean it up. "Oh, I don't have time." Okay, well, thy will be done. Whatever you are doing in any moment, your will is free to use in any way you see fit. Anyway, very exciting. Thank you again, Master Jesus. Hi, guys. Oh, hello, Con. Good to see you there. Hello. Hang on, I'm trying to get a message here. Hi, William. Always love hearing you. Thank you so much, Cachet. So grateful to have you present with us. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Hello. I'm just seeing a message. Hey, Con, good to see you. Bridget, I'm just seeing a message about Kimberly. Kimberly, I chose love. Choose love. That's you. Thy will be done. Thy will be done. I love that statement. I'm going to be using that a lot in the next few days. Hi. Hi. So yeah, this is not a religious message. This is just a message from Master Jesus about your will, that your will is absolutely free. And it's important you understand that your will is, all of us, every single human being, you are in this world with a free will. It was given to you. You can surrender to other people and their beliefs and ideas, their philosophies, their systems of thought, but it's always your will being done at any moment. It's always your will. You can choose to do evil things because somebody told you to do them. Thy will is done. There will be consequences. And you can choose to say, no, I'm not going to participate in that. Right? It's free. Here's a great question from Pamela. How do we become separated from God? You are not separate from God. You are simply unconscious of his presence within you. God can never be separate from anyone or anything any more than you can. But you became separate from him in the words that you're using. We became separate from God by seeing ourselves as alone, not knowing, believing that what you think and feel and believe is all there is. We got separate from God when we thought we could do everything ourselves. I mean, I can't even beat the heart of this body. And one of the best examples they've ever given me. Something is beating the heart in your body right now. You're not doing that. You're not even regulating the function of your liver or your kidneys. Something is doing that. The doctor might say, well, that's the amygdala, the automatic function in the brain that stimulates the activity of the cells and tells the cells and the organs what to do. And then you ask the doctor, well, if the scientific principle is true and you cannot have an effect without a cause or a cause without an effect, then what's causing the amygdala to do that? And the doctor or the neurologist will go, we don't know, right? So there's something which is divine within you right now. God is within you. Buddha is within you. Yogananda is within you. Christ is within you, right? It's within you, but you still have free will. And it's through the improper use of your will that you separate yourself from God. Great question, Pamela. Thank you for asking that. Hi. Good morning. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Remember to tap that screen, share the love, get the algorithm working with this. Give this a thumbs up, a like, a subscribe, a follow, whatever you can do to give other people the opportunity to hear these messages from the Ascended Masters and the angels and other multidimensional beings. You know, everybody has a potential to be a medium. Everyone has it within them to tune into God, to tune into Christ, to tune into Buddha, to tune into your guardian angels, to tune into Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Aristotle, Plato, Zarathustra, Kuan Yin, Raphael. When you learn to shift your perceptual consciousness from the personality structure that the world has encased you in, you can tap into realms of information far beyond anything you can conceive. But what I've discovered personally is oftentimes you end up tapping into the realms of information that are relevant to you and your journey and your purpose in this world, right? Like if somebody were to ask me, well, if that's true, William, get me access to the information. What is the square root of 875,423,000? If someone were to ask me to access that field for that information, I can't do it because it's not relevant to my purpose. I don't want things that are irrelevant to my purpose. I want things that are relevant to my purpose. And you should want things that are relevant to your purpose, not to be some dog and pony show for anybody, right? But you have the ability to connect to your guides, your angels, the Ascended Masters, God, Jesus, Buddha, the other deities, Krishna, Arjuna, many others. You can learn to become sensitive to their presence. You can feel their presence around you if you just learn how to shift your energy a little bit. And there's something really beautiful when you connect to the energy of those that are awake and aware and incredible. So there's all these wonderful sources of information that are available to you where you are right now, that you can learn to shift your perception from the body-mind self to these other realms of information. And these realms of information exist. These beings exist. Just because you don't have a physical body does not mean you're not a part of existence. And there's a simple and easy to follow set of practices you can learn to connect to your guides and your angels. There are simple and easy to learn practices you can develop and acquire that will teach you how to overcome your anger and your fear, your lust, your greed, your judgment, your fear. There are ways you can gain a new authority and autonomy over your mind and body, because most people believe they are their mind and body. And I'm fortunate enough that I get to channel these divine beings, that they speak through me, and I learn all the time from them. And I know nothing, right? I know a little bit. And you can do that too. You can learn to receive inspiration, divine inspiration, because you're not separate from God. You're not separate from Jesus. You're not separate from Buddha or Yogananda. You're not separate from anybody except by the illusion of separation, believing I'm just a body. So there's ways you can learn to shift your perceptual apparatus from matter to energy and consciousness and tap into realms of information beyond the physical dimension. Because all you can know in the physical dimension is what's in the physical dimension. And you look at science is creating these new instruments that can see hundreds of light years away, and they're still seeing stars and galaxies, things that are bigger than they've ever imagined. There's no way to compare it. And they've got wonderful devices that see smallest of particles. Now they're down to seeing the quantum level, and they can't find the smallest particle, and they can't find the biggest particle because it's infinite. Science will only be able to reach the limits of the physical dimension because it only works with the physical dimension. This is what they tell me all the time. It's wonderful that you can explore the physical dimension in such articulate detail. But what does it do when you do that? To eliminate your poverty, to eliminate your war, to eliminate your anger, to eliminate your jealousy, to eliminate your addiction, to eliminate your suffering. What does all this pursuit do to do that? Well, you look for the smallest and the greatest. You need to understand God is within you. And literally, your will is done. So science can only measure the physical dimension. It will keep finding bigger and bigger things. It'll start finding other universes that are bigger than ours. It's going to start finding sub-quantum layers of consciousness that you can't even measure. They'll have a device that will measure, and there'll be new units of measurement created. Remember, we used to only have atoms and neutrons and protons, and now we have quarks and muons and gosh know what else they're creating. They have to create new words for all these new things they're discovering. But science is only dealing with things. And it cannot reveal to you the realms of consciousness and energy beyond the perception of matter, time, and space. But you can. You can learn to shift your awareness from the body and mind to these other realms of consciousness. And we'll teach you how to do that. The Ascended Masters will teach you how you can do that. And if you want to know more about that, go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and check out our upcoming courses and classes. We're in the middle of our Masterclass 101. We got our Masterclass 102, which is all about releasing yourself from your past and old emotions that keep you trapped in the body, your anger, your fear, and letting that go so you can be free to explore beyond what you know. Right? That starts July 19th. So you've got a few weeks to get registered for Masterclass 102 Liberation. It literally is a liberation. It literally is a liberation from your mind and your body, and a renewing of it. For when you liberate yourself from your suffering, your mind and body begin to heal. When you liberate yourself, your mind and body from their suffering, they begin to heal. And your mind and body cannot heal themselves, only in a limited way. Your body has a very limited way of being able to heal itself. You, on the other hand, when you have the awareness, the knowledge, and the consciousness of what you really are and how you can interact with this body, how you can embody new thought and new ideas into your flesh to renew it, revitalize it, rejuvenate it, that you can learn to do that, or your life will change. And most people don't know that they hold on to a thought, and they hold it with such intensity, and it manifests. Vitality in this flesh. Love in this flesh. Health in this flesh. And the idea is held with such conviction, and your will is so intent on that, it becomes thy will be done. But you go, oh, I'm suffering. It's getting better. Oh, I'm suffering. It's getting better and better. You go back and forth. Well, it goes back and forth. Your will must be differentiated from your flesh because your flesh is subjective to your will, conscious will or unconscious will. And you can learn the simple and easy to follow practices and how to reclaim your free will and to use it correctly, to not have your will subjugated to what you've been taught to believe and think, or what the world has made you suggest you have to accept as reality. Thank you so much. Sorry, I guess just switch pages here. There we go. Hi, scrolling through here, questions. So you can ask Master Jesus questions. He will take questions, and God will take questions too. They'll all take questions. Whether or not you're willing to accept the answer or not is another thing. That's another thing. I've had so many people, they'll come for a reading and they're suddenly realizing they're talking with Jesus, or they're talking with their grandmother or their grandfather. And all the questions they have are usually answered in like 10 or 15 minutes because you'll get the truth from them. And sometimes people have nothing to say. They're shocked. They just sit there and they listen. They just receive, and Jesus will speak to you, or Buddha will speak to you, or Babaji will speak to you, or Yogananda, or Joan of Arc, or your grandmother, or your brother, or your sister. They exist. Just because the physical body ceases to function does not mean you leave the plane of existence. It just means you leave the physical dimension. It's like an ice cube, right? Take an ice cube, it's physical. Wow, look at this ice. It's solid. Oh, it's ice, solid ice, right? And then it melts. The ice is gone. It's water. There's no more ice. It's left the physical dimension. Oh, wait, no, it's still water. The ice is now water. Wow, but you watch as the water evaporates. Oh, the water's gone. Wow, the water's gone, you say. Oh, it's gone. No, it's now in a different dimension. It's in a different frequency of energy that you can't see, but it's there in the air all around you. So too, when your body ceases to function, your consciousness is not physical anymore. Same with Master Jesus. Is not, well, he is now, but when he had that first, when his body was first murdered the way it was, he had to ascend his body, literally rise up to a higher frequency to bring it back down to manifest. But you learn to shift your consciousness. You learn to awaken to the self that you are. So you can learn to be awake and aware when you leave the body. And something different happens to those that are awake and aware versus those who are terrified and afraid, right? You have nothing to fear about death. Nothing. Hi, soul family. Pamela, hi. Any message for Hector? I think the message was already given to him, Kimberly, about like filling the mind. This body is restored in love and grace. Great vitality and strength fill this body now and always. God's love is in every molecule of this body. And God's love is in every area of my life. Thy will be done. Your will is absolutely free to focus on the fear or to focus on the promise. To focus on your pain or to focus on the joy. Thy will be done. No ascended master, no deity, no man of good conscience will ever try to control or manipulate your will unless they've got a motive of control and power. They will always promote you to think, to be, and to do in the best possible way that you can for your own being. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. We'll see if we got a couple of questions here. Hello, TikTok family. Keep tapping that screen. Kathy, thank you so much for your support. Really appreciate it. Hello. Glad you're following. Congratulations to you too, darling. Thank you so much for your support. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the hearts and the badges. Remember, you're tapping not for me. You're tapping for the people that the algorithm will reach out to. You're giving these videos thumbs up. Whether you're on my channel, you follow my channel, any of my videos you watch on my channel, give them thumbs up. Right? And if you want to learn to connect to your guides and angels in the way that I've learned to do, I've been guided to more than anything else. But they'll show you the simplest and easiest ways I've ever observed where you start to awaken. You can begin to liberate yourself from your suffering again. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. Sign up for Masterclass 102. It's our most cherished course. We get more people in that course than any other because it literally does liberate you from old emotions. It helps you activate your ability to meditate, to turn on your pineal gland, to work with your energy centers. There's many different things that start, or chakras if you prefer the word chakras. But there's so much more to the course. It's a 3-week program, and it is an intensive learning. Question, Master Jesus. Try every day to heal and understand my life. What can I do that would benefit me today? The first words he's giving me to give to you, Mary, be exceedingly grateful. What do you mean by that? So if you are grateful already, be exceedingly grateful. Be exceedingly grateful. Exceed the gratefulness that you have. Exceed it. Exceed your joy. Exceed your health. Exceed your happiness. Be exceedingly more good than you are, because your will is free to do that. Wow. Great question, Mary. Thank you so much. Another question from Master Jesus. Master Jesus, I try every day to heal and understand my life. What can I do that would benefit me today? You have heard what I have just said. It was for all of you. Be exceedingly grateful, exceedingly joyful, exceedingly happy, exceedingly good and kind. Exceed yourself. Your will be done. And as your will, so it shall be done. Wow. Question from Danielle. Tomorrow morning is my big day. I will walk out elated. And so he is so happy. Any blessings from Master Jesus? It is already done. It is done. The moment you made the request, it is done. It is done. No, it is done. Yeah, it's wonderful. Hi, guys. Thank you so much. Good afternoon. Wonder where everybody's from. Where are you guys all from? You're from Canada, the United States, Europe, Asia? Does Jesus have any message for me? Yes. You need to give up all of your worry. You cannot have worry on one hand and be fulfilled on the other. You cannot serve two masters. You must serve one or the other, but you cannot serve them both. Give up all of your worry. Give it all up. Give it up. And thy will be done. If you have no worry in your heart, there'll be no worry in your world. Thy will be done. Wow. It's a good day. It's always a good day. It is done, Pamela. He said it is done. It is done. Go forth with the joy and the excitement you've been carrying in your heart. Surrender all fear. Use your will to surrender your fear. Align yourself to your joy. Do my angels have a message for me today? Hello, Janine. They're saying continue to be of the graciousness that you are aspiring to, but be more so. Graciousness. 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 He says that by saying the word graciousness very intimately, getting into its vibration will be more beneficial for you than hearing it spoken to you. He's saying that, yes. So like really going into the word in your own mind and getting into the will of graciousness. You must get your will on graciousness. And thy will be done. Thy will be done. It's wonderful. Thank you. Oh, we're almost getting to the end today. Very excited. I cannot stress how important it is for you to know that your suffering is unnecessary. Your suffering is unnecessary. The only way it's sustained and maintained is by your will. And you can learn to change your will. You can learn to change your mind and body with the use of your will, not agree with what's in your mind, because if you're suffering, it's because you're in agreement with suffering. If you're in pain, it's because you're in agreement with pain. Yes, I know. Jesus is also saying right now, it's important that you have faith in your will. You have faith in your will, for your will is the gift that God gave you, free will. Have faith in your will to be vibrant and vital and healthy and happy and prosperous. Got this wonderful super chat from Amanda. I've been seeing blasts of light in my meditations. May I have a message around this? You're beginning to see the light. It's not just a phenomena of light that you're seeing, it's a phenomena of consciousness to which you are aspiring to merge into. Do not try to force your way there. Allow it to come to you, as you are going to it anyway. In your meditations, you grow closer to the light. Do not try to make the light more special. Just simply delight in its presence. Delight in its presence. It's a pun. I like puns. Delight in its presence. Do not try to view the light as something or another. Do not try to view it as God or Christ, but view the light as it is and allow it and yourself to come together naturally in your meditations. You do not need to force anything. Your will, keep it steady and present, and delight in the vibration of the light. Delight in the experience of your presence with it. Be in your experience. Let your will enjoy what is offered to you. And as you accept that which is offered, it will eventually be received, and thy will be done. Wow. I'm hearing in the background, you're getting close to meeting that place that so many aspire to get to, but so few reach. I am the light. But you can't force your way there. You can't make it happen. You have to just, when it comes, be present and grateful. If it goes, be present and grateful. When it comes, be present and grateful. Wonderful. Thank you, Amanda, for that super chat. Really appreciate it. Yes. Hi. Thank you so much. Hello. I really appreciate any advice with showing the love my adult children need. Great question. As a mother in a human body, your will is free and your will is intimately connected to your children. And this you know, which is why you've come to me right now, to understand that the love that your children need is this: wherever they are, whatever they do, they are blessed, they are prospered, they are uplifted, they are inspired, they are empowered, they are blessed. Wherever my children are, they are guided, they are blessed, they are inspired, they are uplifted. Pray in this fashion. Offer this to them in your thoughts, and thy will be done. They are always prospered, my children. They are always blessed. They are always guided. They are always uplifted. Pray in this way, thy will be done. It's very simple. Oh, that's too bad. Okay. Oh, you're very welcome. That's a great consideration, and all mothers should listen to what was just said. Hey, Australia. Glad to have you here. Wonderful. Hello, Arizona. Good to see you. Florida. Wonderful. Glad you're here. Beautiful places, beautiful people. Hello from Utah. Hello, Utah. Welcome. I drove through Utah on the way back to Canada last year. Hello, Angie. Thank you. Let's see. North Carolina. Please help me find help for my daughter who is in horrible migraines. Okay. If your daughter is there right now, I'm asking Archangel Raphael to be present with your daughter right now. There's two things I'm being told, but we're going to deal with this one first. Have your daughter place her hands on the head. Listen carefully. Have your daughter, and if she doesn't want to do that and you do this, place the hands on the head where the pain is and speak and think to the pain. I will not ignore you. I will not forsake you. I am here to love you. Speak these words. Use your will in these words. Do not attack or push the pain away. Embrace it with your love and your grace. Tell her to do this. And I also was told prior to that, she needs to increase her iron intake, and she needs to increase her water intake, and get her out onto the earth. Put her feet on the ground. If she can go outside, if you can do that healing on her, do it outside with her feet on the ground, and let her become aware of how the earth feels between the soles of her feet. These are all things that you'll learn in the masterclass. The Ascended Masters and Angels and others will teach you this. Hi. Hey, William. It's Michael Anderson. Hello, Mr. Anderson. Good to hear from you again. Is Jesus have any messages for me? Yes. He says your faith is getting stronger. Do not despair. Your faith is getting stronger. Now, there's also a person here who's saying, Sophia, you're struggling with depression. Sophia, do this right now. Put your hand over your heart. Put your hand over your physical heart right now. And take a slow, deep breath. And I want you to feel your depression. I want you to become aware of it. And I want you to think and speak these words to your depression. I will not ignore you. I will not abandon you. I will not forsake you. I will love you. And watch what happens to your depression. Think and speak those words to the depression. Don't try to get rid of it. I'm with you. I love you. I will not abandon you. I will not forsake you. I will love you. And watch what happens. And leave a comment in the comment section. We're going to wait until that comment comes before I leave. But do that right now, Sophia. Right now. Get to it. You're going to find a huge shift. Louisville, Kentucky, the bluegrass state. Love that. You cannot serve two masters. That's very true. Hi. Hello, everybody. How do we practically give up our worries? By not putting your attention on them. Or to at least formulate in your mind that there's a better outcome than this. There's more to my life than my fear and my worry. I'm open and receptive to receiving what I need to surrender my worry. That's a really good one. Thank you. I'm open and receptive to receiving what I need to surrender my worry. That will work for you, to be open and receptive to receive that which will assist you in letting go of your worry. Right? Really simple. If you want to support this channel, use the Linktree link in my TikTok bio or below any of my videos on my YouTube channel. Use that Linktree link and throw something in the tip jar. Every little bit helps. Oh, hang on, I gotta just disconnect that. There we go. And again, if you really want to give up your fear and your worry, your guilt and your shame, sign up for Masterclass 102 Liberation. It starts in about 3.5, 4 weeks. And you will literally be blown away at how quickly and easily and in such a short time frame you'll be able to let go of your fear, your worry, your anger, your guilt, your shame. Very important that you learn to do this. Hang on, the universe is trying to say, move on to other things today, William. I think I'm going to get the puzzle piece again today. Okay, so I'm getting this puzzle piece. This happened last night. If you're still hearing me on TikTok, I got to be patient and kind and slow and cute. Oh, you're going to do it. Yeah, let's see if I can. Well, it looks like I'm going to be cut off of TikTok in about a minute because it's trying to get me to do this puzzle piece. And for some reason, yes, I got it. Perfect. Last night it was live on TikTok and it gave me this puzzle thing that I have to slide a puzzle in and it wouldn't let me do it. And the phone just suddenly shut down. It was very fascinating. But this time we got it. This time we got it. So we still have about a minute or two. I want to find out what happened to Sophia. Hi, Tiff. What type of art for my divine purpose would be most beneficial? I don't know why, but I'm getting dance. Something to do with dance. Please help my daughter with her migraines. Again, follow the instructions you were given. Hello, Pennsylvania. Welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for liking it. Thank you for the hearts. Really appreciate that. Again, it gives other people the opportunity to hear this. Is there a message on the meditations I've been doing? Keep doing them. Let go of the analysis. Your mind keeps trying to analyze in the meditation. Allow the experience, not the analysis. The analysis interferes with the revelation the experience will bring you. Experience will bring revelation. Analysis will interfere with it. You hear that? Experience will bring about the revelation. Analysis will interfere with it. Hi. You're very welcome. I love Jesus. I looked and couldn't find you yesterday. That's okay. I came on a little late last night. That's what happened. Hello, TikTok. Good to see you. Remember, like, subscribe, share, follow. It just tells the algorithm to give more people the opportunity to get these messages, this information. This is not information about world affairs, and sometimes they talk about those things, but it's very rare. It's not about economics and science, and well, it is sometimes. It's about you reclaiming your divine will and the freedom that comes with being able to exercise your divine will. And this is what ascension is. Ascension is realizing that you are made in the image and likeness of a divine creator. And that puts you into a position where you can affect the function of creation in a more profound way than someone who doesn't know that. Someone who believes that they're just a personality, they're just a body, they are their circumstances, they are their situations. It's very difficult for them to conceive that they can change. It doesn't mean they can't change. It's just they have to have something happen either within themselves or around them that gives them the opportunity to open the door to the fact that they can change. And everybody can. Everybody can awaken their divine will. I think we're there. What time should we look for you? Well, tonight you can look for me around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TikTok. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday, I go live at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. And then if you want, you can join our masterclass series, Masterclass 102 Liberation, which begins the 19th of July. And then you can see me on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 4 to 6 p.m. During that time. Again, these live events here are what I was told to do by my guardian angels, by Jesus, by many others. They said, this is the times you are to share this information. And this is just what I do. This is my purpose, to help bring humanity back to the function of its will to love instead of its will to fear. Right? There's two wills. There's the will of love and there's the will of fear. And humanity needs to get back to the will of love and away from the will of fear. And then our suffering will end. And then some really amazing things will start to happen as we shift our collective unconsciousness from fear to love. That's the rest of my lifetime. It's going to be spent that way, the rest of my life. Spent in that purpose. Thank you for all your compassion and love for others. Oh, you're very welcome, Janine. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for yours. Because I know, Janine, you keep doing the work you're doing. Keep finding ways of elevating others up to the best of your ability. You're on the right track. Be kind, be patient, be gentle. And you're going to learn when you're working with spirit, it's not about money. It's about doing that which is going to be the best you can be and do for yourself and the world and other people. Right? Money's good. I love money. Don't get me wrong. I love money. I love having it. It's a wonderful thing. But it's not the primary motive as to why I do this. Because we get pennies what comes on from these live events, just pennies. Right? And so it's not about the money here. It's really about humanity's in a very precarious position right now. We are more in a state emotionally of fear than love. It's why you see all the wars and the greed and the the evilness that goes on in the pharmaceutical industry, and it's caused a terrible imbalance. It's caused a will of fear to be prevalent in the planet, a will of suffering, a will of pain, a will of starvation, a will of the negative. And that will result in a not too pleasant event in the not too distant future. So we need to shift our will collectively from the will of fear to the will of love, the will of grace and kindness and compassion and patience, understanding, to surrender the will of fear from all our hearts and minds, and let the will of love fill our brothers and sisters all over the world. Oh, thank you. So welcome, Tanya. Good to see you here. I'm sorry you got on late, but it's so nice to have you drop by and visit us. You're very welcome, sweet fairy-ish. And again, now you know when we come live, please also support this channel whatever way you can. And the best thing you can do for yourself is to take the master classes with the masters. They're the simplest and easiest to follow program you'll find for getting your mind and your body out of the dumps of the old self. And you can use your will to heal your mind and body in profound ways. But as Master Jesus was saying earlier, you must get so deeply into the will of vitality. We're all still learning this. I'm still learning this. They're still teaching me this. Why they work with me. I'm still learning from them. So you learn to use your will differently. And there's going to be some challenges and difficulties along the way. But the goal is to learn to activate your divine will. Not the will of fear and pain and suffering, but your divine will. Not the will of the mind and body. The will of God within you. Anyways, well, so wonderful being with you, all of you today. I'm so grateful and honored and privileged that I got to spend this time with you. And I'm so looking forward to seeing you guys on the Friday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. And to my students, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at 4 p.m. today. I'm really excited about our upcoming class and what's going to happen. I never know until we get there. And that's the beautiful thing. There's no preconceived set up thing. It's just something that happens in the moment that it happens. And it is a wonderful thing. And I will see everybody on TikTok this evening at around 7 p.m. If I'm a little late, I'm a little late. If I'm a little early, I'm a little early. I want to wish you all much, much love. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day. And remember, thy will be done.